This is one of those systems that doesn't need a sales pitch. The specs basically do all the talking the moment you look at it. What you're dealing with here is a full high-end custom gaming desktop built around one simple idea: eliminate limitations completely. No compromises, no turn settings down, no worrying about whether the system can keep up. Just raw performance designed for gaming, creation, and everything in between. At the center of this build is next-generation graphics power paired with a Ryzen X3D class processor that's optimized specifically for gaming performance and low-latency workloads. That combination alone already puts this machine in the category where modern AAA games aren't really a challenge anymore. They're just something it handles. And that's the first thing you notice when you actually use it. Games load fast. Not fast for a PC, but instant enough that loading screens start feeling irrelevant. Once you're in-game, everything stays locked in. Frame pacing is consistent, even in massive open-world environments where most systems start to struggle. High refresh rate gaming at ultra settings doesn't feel like pushing hardware. It feels like the system is barely trying. Ray tracing is another area where this setup really shows its strength. Instead of the usual performance drop you'd expect when enabling it, the experience stays stable. You're not constantly adjusting settings or second-guessing performance. You just play. But this system isn't only about gaming performance. The moment you shift into creative workloads, the difference becomes even more obvious. Video editing timelines stay smooth even with high-resolution footage. Scrubbing through 4K and 8K projects feels responsive instead of delayed. Export times drop significantly compared to mid-range systems, and effects processing doesn't interrupt your workflow anymore. 3D rendering and AI-assisted tools also scale extremely well with this kind of hardware. What used to take long wait times now becomes a more continuous workflow. Instead of starting a render and stepping away, you can actually keep working on other tasks without feeling like the system is slowing you down. A big part of that experience comes from memory headroom. With high-capacity DDR5 RAM, multitasking is no longer something you have to manage carefully. You can run games, editing software, browser tabs, streaming tools, and background exports all at once, and the system still doesn't feel stressed. That extra overhead is what separates enthusiast-level performance from truly high-end builds. Storage is just as important here. A fast PCIe SSD removes one of the biggest bottlenecks in traditional systems. Boot times are extremely short, applications launch almost instantly, and large game installations or file transfers feel significantly faster. At this level, storage stops being something you think about, it just disappears into the background. Thermals are handled through a liquid cooling setup designed for sustained performance rather than short bursts. That matters because high-end hardware only really shows its true capability when it can maintain performance over long sessions. Instead of throttling under load, the system stays consistent even during extended gaming or rendering sessions. Noise levels are also surprisingly controlled. Even when the system is under pressure, fan behavior stays smooth and balanced instead of aggressive or distracting. That makes a big difference during long gaming sessions or focused creative work. The case design complements this performance-first approach. It's built for airflow and thermal efficiency while still maintaining a clean showcase look. Components are displayed, but not in a way that sacrifices cooling or practicality. Everything feels intentionally placed. Connectivity is also future-ready. With next-generation wireless support and modern I/O options, this system isn't just built for today's hardware ecosystem. It's prepared for what comes next as well. That adds long-term value beyond just raw performance numbers. Now the real question, who is this for? The honest answer is, not everyone. For casual gaming, basic productivity, or everyday use, this is far beyond what you actually need. But that's not the point of a system like this. This is built for users who don't want to think about performance at all. People who want everything maxed out all the time, without checking settings or worrying about upgrades for years. It's for creators who need speed, gamers who want consistency, and power users who simply refuse to accept bottlenecks. At high resolutions, the difference isn't just higher FPS numbers. It's stability, it's smoothness, it's the absence of drops, stutters, and compromises. Everything runs at the highest quality settings without hesitation. That's what defines this machine. It's not trying to be balanced. It's not trying to be cost-efficient. It's built to perform at the highest level possible, and everything else is secondary. If you're interested in full specifications, pricing, or purchase details, check the link in the description.